I don't get this. Why is it so hard to learn? Might as well ask for tomorrow before the test. I don't get it.
2 hours later.
You see the girl over there?
Yeah, it looks like she's studying. She's not moving.
If she's gonna have a science test tomorrow.
Maybe we should help her.
Yeah.
She's waking up.
Oh, hold on.
Who's that?
Hey, girl.
Hello.
Am I dreaming? What?
No, you're not.
You're not dreaming.
So are you gonna help me today?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, so what can you teach me first?
I'll teach you about the carbon cycle.
Okay, then let's go.
So, what's the carbon cycle?
First off, carbon is the most essential component of life. It sustains the energy an organism needs. There are 4 processes of carbon cycle. The first one is called photosynthesis, the second one is cellular respiration, the third one is decomposition, and the fourth one is ocean process. Well, the first process is called photosynthesis. It is a kind of chemical reaction that converts solar energy and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere into energy-rich carbohydrate and oxygen. The second process is called cellular respiration. It means that animal and plants convert carbohydrate and oxygen into carbon dioxide and water in order for them to obtain energy. The third process is called decomposition. Decomposers such as bacteria and fungi convert organic molecules such as cellulose back into carbon dioxide, which is released into the atmosphere. The fourth main process of carbon cycle is called ocean process. It means that dissolved carbon dioxide is being stored in the ocean. Marine organisms store carbon-rich carbonate in their shells, which eventually form sedimentary rocks. The carbon is stored for 2 kind of terms. One is short-term and one is long-term. Short-term is stored in vegetation and plants in both land and ocean. And the long-term storage is usually stored in coal deposit, oil and gas deposits.
So now, what's the nitrogen cycle?
Nitrogen is an important part of DNA and proteins, which is essential for the life processes that take inside a cell. 3 processes that make nitrogen available to plants and animals are nitrogen fixation, nitrification, and uptake. Starting with nitrogen fixation, it's the process in which nitrogen gas is converted into compounds that contain nitrate or ammonium. It occurs in 3 ways: in the atmosphere, in the soil, and in water bodies. During nitrification, ammonium is converted into nitrate. Nitrification is 2 stages and involves certain bacteria called nitrifying bacteria. The first stage is when nitrifying bacteria convert ammonium to nitrate. Second stage, nitrate converts into nitrate. The last and final process is uptake. Usable forms of nitrogen are taken up by plant roots and incorporated into plant proteins. When herbivores and omnivores eat plants, they incorporate nitrogen into their own tissues. As for the phosphorus cycle, I'm pretty sure you already know about that. Can you explain it?
Phosphorus is trapped in phosphate that makes up phosphate rock in the sediments of ocean floor. Phosphorus contributes to plants by root development, stem strength, and seed strength. For humans, phosphorus is mostly found in bones, which contribute to development in strong bone tissue.
So how is phosphorus cycled through the ecosystem? It is done by weathering. Weathering is a process of breaking down rocks into smaller fragments. Weathering releases phosphate into the soil. In chemical weathering, chemical reaction causes phosphate rocks to break down and releases phosphate into soil, which results to acid precipitation. For physical weathering, processes such as wind, rain, and freezing release particles of rocks and phosphate into soil.
Well, since you already learned the 3 cycles, I think it's time for you to wake up.
All just a dream.
Miss Mohammed?
Come in.
I have a question about the human effects on nitrogen, carbon, and phosphorus cycles. Do you mind helping me?
Sure. So the first cycle, like obviously you know, is carbon. But did you know that us as humans have an effect on carbon? When coal and oil are being burned, carbon is being released faster than normal into the atmosphere. As a result, the concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere increases due to factories and industrial production. And now I'm going to teach you about the nitrogen cycle. You know, the little things that we do affect the nitrogen cycle. For example, fossil fuel, automobiles, factories, power plants, and other combustion processes that were stored in geological forms and sent back into the atmosphere are human actions which increases the amount of nitrogen and affects the nitrogen cycle. So, the last and final cycle I'll be teaching you today is the phosphorus cycle, and how us humans have an effect on them, on the phosphorus cycle. Human activity and phosphorus affect each other. People need phosphorus to survive. Phosphorus is absolutely essential to humans. However, we affect the phosphorus cycle by mining, fertilizing, and pollution with fuels.
Thank you, Ms. Mohammed. Now I finally know what the human effects on the nutrient cycles are.
You are welcome, precious.